What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. If you get motion sick, you should watch this video. And you should probably watch this video anyway, but listen, I went on a helicopter trip once and I felt pretty queasy. I was sitting in the back, and that's probably one of the problems. You know, if you get motion sickness, like sitting on a boat or whatnot, I've always heard you go to the bow of the boat, fix your eyes on the horizon, and your body will use that as an anchor, and that will kind of associate the movement that's being detected in your inner ear with what is being seen out there. And so I don't know that that's fixed motion sickness for me, but these glasses were designed to do that, give you some sort of visual cue of what's going on so that your brain can associate what it's feeling. Basically, there are little hairs in your inner ear and fluid that runs over them, and that's always moving. But apparently motion sickness happens when what you're seeing doesn't compute with what is being sensed in that inner ear. And so what ends up happening, especially like if you're inside a boat or in the bowels of a ship or inside a plane or, you know, in the back of a helicopter, you're not really seeing all those micro movements. You're just kind of feeling them, and that makes you kind of sick after a while. So what they have done here is they've kind of built these glasses. I'm not sure who was the first one to do them. They're kind of funny. I think they were built with a fair amount of research, but hopefully they work. Now, it's going to be a little hard to test it, but I wanted to give you a close tour of what they look like. Basically, there are these fluid-filled rings, plastic rings here, as you can see. You can feel the seam right here. I mean, it's a pretty large piece of plastic that's still sticking out right there. And then they're filled with this blue liquid, about half filled. You have some that go over the front, the bridge here, on the front of your face, and your eyes will look through here. But then there are some on the side, one on each side, so that you'll get some indication of movement in your peripheral vision. So basically, you should be able to register side-to-side movements as well as up and down, kind of forward-back movements like that. Now, up and down like this probably won't register at all. You know, you probably need fluid inside a vertical tube or something, but this is all very like flexible. Now, these things from the website, I don't know if they created them or licensed them or what, or if everyone's just copying these things, were like 25 bucks. But I did look around on Amazon. I found them for like $11 or $12. So I don't know if they're knockoffs or if they're just all made in the same factory in China somewhere, but that's what they look like. Now, if you can see here, if you were looking through these yourself, what you would see is the fluid staying stationary, and then that's supposed to register with what you're feeling and prevent you from being motion sick. If you take a train, you get a lot of this like motion like that, and that can make people sick. Even on road trips, you know, in cars and whatnot, especially if you have someone who's kind of an erratic driver. You can see here, if I tilt it like that, you can see how they're kind of disconnected. That's kind of cool. Anyway, all right, so one of the questions I always have whenever I get snorkel masks or 3D glasses in the theaters, do they fit over glasses? So as one of the many Americans that wear glasses, what I hate in prescription glasses, obviously, you can't really take them off. I mean, I don't want to like look through nothing. So I kind of wonder if these will fit. Now, I will say the arm here seems a little short, but it is silicone and just bendy, so maybe you can kind of manhandle it. So if I press it here, oh, look at that. I mean, I wish I almost were a little longer so that I could loop it around my ear and maybe get a little more sturdy. And there's really nothing holding it up here because they're on the outside of my glasses. I could probably put them in the inside and use my nose to hold up this bridge part. But, you know, if I were using these, I guess I could use them like this. Now, I will say, I don't know. Like, I'd be surprised if they work, to be really honest. I feel like a weird Where's Waldo. Yeah. Because they're so close to my eyes. Even the way I'm wearing them, they're spaced out a little bit because they're sitting on top of my glasses. I can see the fluid there, but I don't get a really good look at it. Like, I can kind of see the edges in my peripherals, and I can actually only see like the front edge of the side ones here, but maybe that's just enough. Maybe you don't need like a full immersive representation of the movement. You just need to know that you're moving relative to plane of the earth or gravity, or I don't know what the right term is, to the horizon, right? So you kind of have this fake horizon, and I would say, you know, it's kind of funny because even if I don't move side to side, these don't move, and then if I tip up and down, I can see these moving a little bit in the side, and then if I do this, I don't see these moving, but I see these obviously dancing a little bit. So maybe that's good enough, you know, just having a little bit of that visual cue. They definitely make you look weird, but I think that they're popular enough. I haven't seen them in the wild, I should say, but I think this design and the idea that you can wear something without taking a Dramamine, without taking medication, and hopefully prevent motion sickness is something that if you do see these around, you're just knowing that that person is trying to warn it off, whether you're going whale watching or on a roller coaster or something like that. So they're kind of weird, man, but I am so curious if they work, because that would be awesome if you don't have to take a pill. You can just have these anywhere. Tour guides or something like that, knowing that you're going to be on a bus or a boat, could have a bunch of these on hand and hand them out for people. Interesting. They're kind of cool. I really do hope they work. At 10 or 11 bucks, they're kind of a bauble for what they do. That might be a great price point. For the construction and the intrinsic nature of these, not really a great deal. I will put a link to these in the description below if you want to pick a set up. Peter Von Panda, out.